This is video 4 of Ayn Rand, The Virtue of Selfishness. The higher organism possess a much more potent form of consciousness. They possess the faculty of retaining sensations, which is the faculty of perception. A perception is a group of sensations automatically retained and integrated by the brain in the living organism, which gives it the ability to be aware, not of single stimuli, but of entities, of things. So again, she believed that the mind was human beings' greatest asset, and that these concepts, these discrete, usable concepts, are what could be used for man's greatest achievement, which would then lead to his greatest fulfillment of happiness and achievement of one's goals in life. Man has no automatic code of survival. He has no automatic course of action, no automatic set of values. His senses do not tell him automatically what is good for him or evil, what will benefit his life or endanger it, what goals he should pursue and what means will achieve them, what value his life depends on, what course of action it requires. So again, going back to mind and learning these discrete principles that would be usable to attain man's greatest achievements that he can as a potential human being. His own consciousness has to discover the answers to all these questions, but his consciousness will not function automatically. Man, the highest living species on this earth, the being whose consciousness has a limitless capacity for gaining knowledge, man is the only living entity born without any guarantee of remaining conscious at all. She believed that the human mind had an unlimited capacity to achieve and understand the universe. She did not believe that the man's mind is limited. Even though she did not believe in metaphysical thoughts or whatever, she believed that the mind had the potential for unlimited potential. A concept is a mental integration of two or more perceptual concretes which are isolated by a process of abstraction and united by means of a specific definition. Every word of man's language, with the exception of a proper name, denotes a concept, an abstraction that stands for an unlimited number of concretes of a specific kind. It is by organizing his perceptual material into concepts and his concepts into a wider and still wider concept that man is able to grasp and retain, to identify and integrate an unlimited amount of knowledge. Again, going from the mind, using discrete, usable concepts for the achievement of, for the betterment of society, especially through science and industrial production. A knowledge extending beyond the immediate perception of a given and immediate moment. Man's sense organs function automatically. Man's brain integrates its sense data into precepts automatically, but the process of integrating precepts into concepts, the process of abstraction and of concept formation is not automatic. The process of concept formation does not consist merely of grasping a few simple abstractions, such as a chair, table, hot, cold, and learning to speak. It consists of a method of using one's consciousness, best designed by the term conceptualizing. And again, with the mind, she believed in freedom and creation, artistic creation and industrial creation for the betterment of man. It is an entirely actively sustained process of identifying one's impressions in conceptual terms, of integrating every event and every observation into a conceptual concept of grasping relationships, differences, similarity in one's perceptual material, and of abstracting them into new concepts, of drawing inferences and making deductions and reaching conclusions, of asking new questions and discovering new answers, and expanding one's knowledge into an ever growing sum. So, this accumulation, this movement forward always for the perfect man, really. The faculty that directs this process, the faculty that works by means of concepts, is reason, rationality and reason. The process is thinking. Reason is the faculty that identifies and integrates the material provided by man's senses. It is a faculty that man has to exercise by choice. Thinking is not an automatic function. In an hour and issue of his life, man is free to think or evade that effort. Thinking requires a state of full, focused awareness. The act of focusing one's consciousness is volitional. Man can focus his mind to a full, active, purposefully directed awareness of reality, or he can unfocus it and let himself drift into a semi-conscious daze, merely reacting to any chance stimulus. She really believed in cause and effect, that all of your actions were as a result of cause and effect, and that led to the production. She did not believe in chance and random activities. There were some random features of nature, but it's how you respond to that that would get you to your desired location and status in life. At the mercy of his undirected sensory perceptual mechanism, or of any random associational connections it might happen to make. When man unfocuses his mind, he may be said to be conscious in a subhuman sense of the word, but he experiences sensations and perceptions. But in the sense of the word applicable to man, in the sense of a consciousness which is aware of reality and able to deal with it, a consciousness able to direct the actions and provide for the survival of a human being, an unfocused mind is not conscious. And I'll end there.